Warren Buffett is an American businessman, investor, and philanthropist who is the co-founder, chairman, and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. He is one of the most successful and influential investors of all time, with a net worth of $120 billion as of December 2023. He has pledged to donate over 99% of his wealth to various causes, mainly through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. He is often called the Oracle of Omaha or the Sage of Omaha because of his wisdom and insights on business and investing. Honesty is a very expensive gift. Don't expect it from cheap people. Price is what you pay. Value is what you get. Someone's sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. The most important thing to do if you find yourself in a hole is to stop digging. Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. If you're in the luckiest 1% of humanity, you owe it to the rest of humanity to think about the other 99%. Risk comes from not knowing what you're doing. There's class warfare, all right, but it's my class, the rich class, that's making war, and we're winning. No matter how great the talent or efforts, some things just take time. You can't produce a baby in 1 month by getting 9 women pregnant. It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. If you think about that, you'll do things differently. Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. It's better to hang out with people better than you. Pick out associates whose behavior is better than yours, and you'll drift in that direction. The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. Should you find yourself in a chronically leaking boat, energy devoted to changing vessels is likely to be more productive than energy devoted to patching leaks. You never know who's swimming naked until the tide goes out. I always knew I was going to be rich. I don't think I ever doubted it for a minute. You only have to do a very few things right in your life, so long as you don't do too many things wrong. There seems to be some perverse human characteristic that likes to make easy things difficult. Never ask a barber if you need a haircut. I could end the deficit in 5 minutes. You just pass a law that says that anytime there is a deficit of more than 3% of GDP, all sitting members of Congress are ineligible for re-election. I will tell you the secret to getting rich on Wall Street. You try to be greedy when others are fearful, and you try to be fearful when others are greedy. If you've been playing poker for half an hour and you still don't know who the patsy is, you're the patsy. In the business world, the rearview mirror is always clearer than the windshield. It's nice to have a lot of money, but, you don't want to keep it around forever. I prefer buying things. Otherwise, it's a little like saving sex for your old age. When you combine ignorance and leverage, you get some pretty interesting results. Forecasts may tell you a great deal about the forecaster. They tell you nothing about the future. What the wise do in the beginning, fools do in the end. Every saint has a past. Every sinner has a future. Life is like a snowball. The important thing is finding wet snow and a really long hill. I do know that when I am 60, I should be attempting to achieve different personal goals than those which had priority at age 20. Games are won by players who focus on the playing field, not by those whose eyes are glued to the scoreboard. In the world of business, the people who are most successful are those who are doing what they love. Wall Street is the only place that people drive to in a Rolls-Royce to take advice from people who ride the subway. People always ask me where they should go to work, and I always tell them to go to work for whom they admire the most. In looking for people to hire, you look for 3 qualities: integrity, intelligence, and energy. And if they don't have the first, the other 2 will kill you. You keep doing the same things, and you keep getting the same result over and over again. You've got to keep control of your time, and you can't unless you say no. You can't let people set your agenda in life. An investor should act as though he had a lifetime decision card with just 20 punches on it. I will tell you how to become rich. Close the doors. Be fearful when others are greedy. Be greedy when others are fearful. In the long run, management's stressing accounting appearance over economic substance usually achieve little of either. Opportunities come infrequently. When it rains gold, put out the bucket, not the thimble. Diversification is protection against ignorance. It makes little sense if you know what you are doing. Keep all your eggs in one basket, but watch that basket closely. I learned to go into business only with people who I like, trust, and admire. The difference between successful people and very successful people is that very successful people say no to almost everything. Writing a check separates a commitment from a conversation. I am not a businessman. I am an artist. Be greedy when others are fearful, and fearful when others are greedy. A public opinion poll is no substitute for thought. If past history was all that is needed to play the game of money, the richest people would be librarians. I don't look to jump over 7-foot bars. I look around for 1-foot bars that I can step over. Tell me who your heroes are. and I'll tell you how you'll turn out to be. A horse that can count to 10 is a remarkable horse, not a remarkable mathematician. Derivatives are like sex. It's not who we're sleeping with. It's who they're sleeping with that's the problem. If you aren't thinking about owning a stock for 10 years, don't even think about owning it for 10 minutes. Failing conventionally is the route to go. As a group, lemmings may have a rotten image, but no individual lemming has ever received bad press. Intensity is the price of excellence. The most important investment you can make is in yourself. I try to invest in businesses that are so wonderful that an idiot can run them, because sooner or later, one will. It's only when the tide goes out that you learn who's been swimming naked. Not doing what we love in the name of greed is very poor management of our lives. As happens in Wall Street all too often, what the wise do in the beginning, fools do in the end. Calling someone who trades actively in the market an investor is like calling someone who repeatedly engages in one-night stands a romantic. Having first-rate people on the team is more important than designing hierarchies and clarifying who reports to whom. Do not save what is left after spending. Instead, spend what is left after saving. If you buy things you do not need, soon you will have to sell things you need. Stocks of companies selling commodity-like products should come with a warning label. Competition may prove hazardous to human wealth. Naming the plane has not been easy. I initially suggested the Charles T. Munger. Charlie countered with the aberration. We finally settled on the indefensible. If your employees, including your CEO, wish to give to their alma maters or other institutions to which they feel a personal attachment, we believe they should use their own money, not yours. Derivatives are financial weapons of mass destruction. But then it dawned on me that the opinion of someone who is always wrong has its own special utility to decision makers. Never give up searching for the job that you are passionate about. Buy a stock the way you would buy a house. Understand and like it such that you'd be content to own it in the absence of any market. Many shall be restored that now are fallen, and many shall fall that are now in honor. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more videos.